What's going on, everybody? How you doing? And welcome to another Round Town Live. I am here today with my buddy, and she has a play that is definitely anointed. It's not about the entertainment with her, but we're going to get a chance to chat with her. But first, I want to get an opportunity for y'all to come on in the room. We are streaming on 3 Facebook pages, YouTube, and also the Aspired Living Network TV. So welcome everyone from whichever platform you're listening or watching on today. We just are happy to be with you today. I'd like you to share this. We want to let people know about the event that is going on, and it's going to be a wonderful time. I'm sure you've seen the flyer. It's happening on March 15th, and it's happening at Lehman College. But I'm going to bring Keisha on because I want her to talk about it. I've had a chance to experience her plays in the past, and I tell you, you are definitely in for a treat. So let me welcome her to the stage, my buddy Keisha Mayo. Keisha, hey.
Liz, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And look, I got the Cash App and the Zelle. I'm going to run that through all night so people can be aware that they can get tickets for this play right here. Yes. Okay? March 15th. Let's start from the beginning. You're a playwright. How did that even start?
I tell you, Liz, it started. Well, thank you for having me on the show. You know, I love you.
I love you too.
But it started when I became an author. You know, I wrote a book, and I remember asking God, I said, because you have people who don't read. So I said, God, what are other ways that I can be a blessing to people who, you know, don't want to pick up a book, you know? And God just dropped, you know, do a stage play, you know, and it went from there. It's like Deceive, you know, I wrote the play to Deceive, and I don't know, I just got the bug. God just kept dropping stuff in my spirit, you know, and I've just been writing ever since. So not only am I writing books, I'm writing plays now.
Isn't that something? How God just opened that up for you?
Yes.
And you know, I was at your last play, and it was so moving. Like there was such a move of God that came in to the place. It was just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was God, because even after I did Deceive, I did Love, Trouble Don't Last Always. And after that, I came home one day and I just started writing, and he gave me Love Conquers All. And it's during the pandemic, you know, and you know, seeing a lot of people were going through things, and I said, you know, I wanted to find a way just to bring love back into families and relationships, you know. So Love Conquers All is what he gave me, as a message of love, you know, through forgiveness, you know, growth. I mean, just showing love in the world. There's so much going on, Liz. Please. I mean, even with the new president, I mean, just so much going on. And, you know, it's like we need love. And through that love, you know, God is the only one who can help us.
And love conquers all, right? Love conquers all. So let's talk about how you came up with this play.
Yeah, I just came home one day, and I sat down, I started writing and couldn't stop writing. Like he just gave it to me all in one sitting. And, you know, and before I knew it, it was complete. And, you know, my desire was to do Deceived again. Like that's like my whole desire. I wanted to do Deceived, but God had other plans. So, and I see how this play is touching so many hearts. I mean, people, like you said, you came and you saw it, and there
Yeah.
were people walking out of there saying, "Oh my God, I saw myself in each scene." You know, people seeing themselves and, you know, being
Yeah.
blessed. So it's a time and a season for everything. Even though I wanted to do Deceive, God said, "No, I need you to do this for now because I need
Right.
people to know, you know, that I love them, and you know, they could come to me if they need love." You know, so yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, my desire has to wait, and I have to do what God tell me to do. So to let people know that love conquers all.
You know, I want you to grab the book from behind you. Can you just show everybody? Let them take a look at the book. Let them know that they can get that also. Y'all can check in if you want and give a comment. You see the book?
Deceive.
Tell them a little bit because they can pick that up now.
Right. Deceived, I wrote in 2014. And I tell you, even with this, God has shown me so much favor. I've been in Barnes and Noble. I was on the book tour. I've been in Barnes and Noble 53 times. 53 times.
That's a
Did the
lot.
play to the book. Did so many interviews. And this is my testimony. I wrote the book some years ago, and it was never for the purpose of being an author. It was therapy for me because I never shared my story. You know, I was
Right.
too ashamed, too embarrassed, and God had me pen it. And I tell you, the book has just been amazing, and it's been just a tremendous blessing. But it's
Yeah.
what I went through in my marriage. But we know deception comes in many forms. It's not just in marriage, it's in friendships, it's in so many, you know, deception come from many angles. So
Hmm.
and what makes the book a page turner, because I call it a page turner because so many people say it, is I put my events and what I went through in the book. You know,
Yeah.
and what I thank God about is, you know, I always hid behind my clothes, hid behind old Keisha Singh, hiding behind all the, you know, things that, you know, I thought I had going on for me, you know, never wanting to share my story. But now you get to the point where it's like, God is telling you it's not about you. It's about you reaching those that I need to reach. Because that's why he have you do a book to reach people, you
That's
know,
right. That's right.
always being shy and quiet. I don't care. The world can know I've been deceived. And like my mother always say, I won't be the first and I won't be the last.
Amen. But I couldn't have you on here and not talk about your book. Shout out to Cynthia Renee. Shout out to Deborah Cooper. Good to
Hey,
see y'all in the house today. Those of you that are there, please feel free to check in. We just hanging out, talking about the
yeah,
play that is coming up. And it's coming up fast, March
quick.
15th. And this is going to be right down in the Bronx at
Yes.
Lehman. So
Amen.
you are expanding because you were at a church before, and
Yes.
that's where you've been. So tell us about stepping out on faith for that.
Oh, that was faith. And you know what's funny? I graduated from Lehman College, right?
Thank you.
And when I did Deceived, I tried to have the play there. And at the time, I didn't know what I was doing because that was in 2017. And I tried to have the play there, and it just didn't work out because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And but I always kept in contact with the guy that's in charge. So I always, you know, just to call and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And I don't know, after I did it at the church, I was so inspired. I reached out to
Yes.
him and he said, "Yeah, you can have it here." And I said, "Whoa, okay." So
And
here I did it in their 200 seat theater. And
right.
now he said, "Listen, you ready for the 500 seater?" I said, "Okay." You know, so I'm stepping out on faith and I'm believing God that he's going to move on March 15th like he always does, because it's not about me, Liz. You know me. It's not about me. I don't care about riches, fame, fortune, money. My thing is reaching souls, you know, coming
Amen.
from my grandmother, because in the play that was you know, my grandmother's that the character is her. You know, my grandmother was so loud, Evangelist Susie Ghost, and she was so loud, always wore her black and white. And I just want to keep her legacy alive, because I looked at when before she passed, she was 88 years old. And if you saw her funeral, you would think she had like a bishop funeral. The streets closed down. Everybody just loved her. She used to walk up and down 125th Street, handing out tracts, praying for people. I
Wow.
mean, she was just an amazing woman. And I just want to honor her every chance that I get. And just to see how she lived her life, that's what I want to do. So, and she, like I said, she didn't never look for nothing. She just wanted to be a blessing to people. And that's all I want to do.
And you know what? You are living up to that because you have been a blessing in my life.
Thank
And I
you.
know I'm not just the only one. I mean, when people left out of the play that when I was there, um, they left moved. I mean, there was a move of God that happened in the play that, a lot of times people go to a play and they figure, okay, they'll get a little Jesus, but they got the whole Holy Ghost up in there. And it was it was the real deal. And we want people to support. I mean, you're on here with me, Keisha, because I want people to hear your heart and understand we've got to support each other.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is how you can grow. Tyler Perry is not the only one that's doing plays. And
Right.
he started small and
Mhm.
blew up. And the
Mhm.
same thing can happen for you. And it's happening now. So I think it's so exciting. Those of you that are there watching, here we go. This is the flyer. The doors open at 6:30 and showtime is 7. Now you better get your seats now, your tickets, your
Right.
seats, because if it sells out, then you lost out. But
Mhm.
if you try to get your tickets at the door, there are more at the door. So it's 40
Yes.
now, and then at the door it's 50. So go ahead and
Right.
get your ticket. Now, it costs to rent a facility like this. So we want to support in any way that we can. Get your
Yes.
tickets. If you look at the bottom of the screen, Cash App or Zelle. You can send money that way, Cash App or Zelle to get your ticket. So we're looking forward to it. What can they expect?
Well, I just want to make just one correction.
Hmm.
The doors are going to open at 5 o'clock, because there's so
Okay.
many. It's a 500 seater, and I'm gonna have
Yeah.
vendors. We're gonna have food vendors. We're gonna have different people selling things. So I want them to come in the next, in enough time that they can, shop, eat, and then enjoy the play.
Oh,
You
that
know,
sounds
so
good. Okay,
yeah,
so it's open earlier.
yeah.
Okay, and that's great. And that gives you a chance to come on in, but get
Hmm.
your ticket so you can be a part of this wonderful, wonderful event. So tell
Hmm.
us again. So what can we expect? We walk in, we're gonna go to vendors first.
You're gonna go to the vendors first, then you're gonna get you some food.
I
Then
like
they,
that.
then you could get you some snacks, if you want, and then you come in and you just enjoy the show. I mean, just the
Amen.
cast has been amazing. They're excited,
Yeah.
and you're gonna laugh. You're gonna, maybe cry. You're gonna see yourself. You're gonna see how people overcame, and if you see yourself in that situation, if God did it for them, he could do it for you. So it's a lot
Amen.
of stuff to look forward to.
Yes. And they're
um,
singing. It's singing.
Singing. Yes, singing. We have Joshua Robinson coming back again. We have JD Jenkins coming, and we have Melinda Davis Daniels. She's gonna be there. So
Wonderful.
yes, so it's gonna be a lot of stuff to look forward to. It's gonna be a lot of joy, laughter, and I know
Yeah.
that you're gonna walk out there feeling blessed and feeling, a move of God.
I am excited for you, and I get a chance to watch how God is elevating you to different locations, and it's just really beautiful to see. You've always supported me, and I said if I don't get on here and make sure people know about what you're doing, shame on me. So, those of you that are watching, those of you that can share, this will serve as a commercial for the event that's coming up. Now, how can they stay in contact with you? We know how they can get tickets. The Cash App is at the bottom, the Zelle, but how can they stay in contact with you?
Well, they can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Keisha Mayo, or they can go to my website and subscribe there, which is KeishaMayo.com. They could catch me on Facebook, The Real Keisha Mayo. They can find me on Instagram, The Real Keisha Mayo, and also Twitter is The Real Keisha One.
All right, that sounds good. So, is there anything you want to say to the folks before we say bye-bye?
Well, I just want to tell y'all to come out on March 15. You will be blessed. You will have a good time. I mean, it's just going to be an awesome time. I'm looking forward to a mighty move. If you're looking for something, because I tell you, this world is in shambles today, and somebody has to, be there leading, the way to show others, listen, you can make it. And if
Yeah.
you're looking to be encouraged, if you're looking to go to the next level, if you're looking to let some things go and take some weights off your shoulder, be at Lehman College, the Lovinger Theater on March 15th. Get there at 5 o'clock, like we said, shop, eat, and then come on and just be blessed. And we're going to have a good time.
We are. We are. Those of you that are watching, if you have a question for Keisha, now would be the time before we sign off. So if there's any questions for her, please put them in the chat now. Again, you can pick up your tickets at Cash App or through Zelle. Cash App or through Zelle. If you are not purchasing your tickets right this minute, please make sure you write down her Cash App and her Zelle so that you can get your ticket before you have to get it at the door for $10 more.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you send your funds through Cash App, please use the number that's on the flyer and call so I know where I'm sending your tickets to, unless you want to pay and then just leave the ticket at the door, because I do have a list that I keep each and every person's name and their ticket numbers.
That sounds good. Well, Keisha, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you as always. You're looking
Thank you.
fabulous. I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
I
I know
didn't
you.
know my schedule, and you were so gracious to ask me to come host. But I'll be with you next time. And in
I
the meantime, it's going to be a great time. So I got nothing but love for you, Keisha.
I know you do. And I thank you so much for always supporting me. When I appreciate it, and I love you for that. And I
I
thank
love you too. All right, y'all. That is it. We're going to sign off. Make sure you get your tickets again. We're talking about the concert, Love, the play, Love Conquers All. It's happening on March 15th. That's a Saturday. It's happening at Lehman College in the Bronx. So don't wait to get your tickets because they're $10 more at the door. You
Yes.
see the Cash App and the Zelle going at the bottom. And Keisha, you can go over to Keisha's social media or her YouTube and connect with her over there. All right, Keisha, it's been wonderful being with you. Okay. I love you.
Good night. We love you.
All right, y'all. I got nothing but love for you. And until next time, go in peace, grow in grace. Don't just go to church, be the
Be the
church.
church.